Hello everyone, welcome to an impromptu Wilco's Dream stream, working on the multiplayer FPS, but working on the music. The original song we had doesn't really fit the game anymore. I don't know if you've heard it, I'll just kind of show it right here. So it's menacing and kind of techno-y and not really fitting kind of like the aesthetic we have now. I'm not going to open the game, but just look in the last stream at the end, you can see the game. It looks cartoony and stuff, and that music doesn't really fit the style of the visuals anymore, so I'm going to make a new lo-fi. I think I'm going to do lo-fi music for the game. So I will attempt to create lo-fi music now. I've never created lo-fi music before. I think I can probably just do it, but maybe that's just my ego and maybe it'll suck. We're going to see. So I'm just gonna make some chords for our sweet lo-fi song. I'm gonna do it in the key of C and just use natural numbers because I basically have forgotten all music theory. 2-5-1 is a progression I think commonly used in jazz, so let's see if I can actually figure out what that would be. So it is 2, that's 5. I don't know. Okay, and then I think that should be it. Let's listen to this. Ah, I love the way it's muted. Yeah, okay. So now we need some sevenths in there. I have no idea which sevenths, like, I don't know which, when you use diminished sevenths or regular sevenths in major scale, because like I said, I've forgotten most music theory, so I'm just gonna guess until it sounds good. Okay, so obviously no one would ever play a piano like this. I don't know why the zoom in thing's kind of working a little weird. I don't know if there's an automated way to do this, but you're going to want to offset the notes for how someone would actually play a piano. Usually, I believe, I'm not a piano player, I'm a guitar player, but I believe if you're good at piano, you would probably, in the style of music, play it not every note at the exact same time, and you'd probably play it a little more like this to have more feel, but also you wouldn't play it like this. You wouldn't just slap your hands on the keyboard as hard as you could. You would have some nuance to the way you're playing it, and that would probably sound more like this. Oh god, how does this work? Oh no, no. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is terrible. I guess I'll just do it kind of like that. This used to be easy for me to do, and I just have forgotten the command to do this, apparently. Okay, so we'll just, I'm not sure what happened to this guy, but... Come on, come on. Also, you probably would never actually be playing at velocities this high either. Like, it's a pretty chill style of music, so you're not going to hit a key as hard as you could probably ever when you're playing it. So we'll see what this sounds like. Okay, there we go. We'll just double this up for now, even though I'll probably change that at some point. Now I will just cut and glue this. Okay, there we go. So it's at 140. I don't know. I think it's slower for lo-fi usually. We could do 180 and then just double it though. Like, and have the beat be kind of halftime. I guess we'll try that. because then it's kind of like, it'll just be effectively 90 beats per minute. Okay, now we need some drums that sound like lo-fi drums. I'm only using free crap. I don't really do this often, so I don't have anything installed. I actually have like free drums I record and stuff on wilkinsonaudio.com, my site, but they use a Contact, so I can't use them because like I'm way too lazy to install Contact. Ever since I stopped doing this stuff professionally, I basically just use free plugins, and I just don't like using like the dongle in the computer and authenticating every freaking plugin. So I don't do that much anymore. I just install kind of what I need and play around with it. I wouldn't recommend it if you're doing stuff for like a career. You probably want to actually have like a really nice setup with like super nice plugins and stuff like that that help you and assist you shaping the sounds you want. I'm not doing that, so I'm just kind of in creative fun mode, so I just do whatever. When you're doing a lo-fi kick, you want something rounded. This is like a rock kick. Rock kicks are aggressive and have a lot of click attack. That's actually a really good kick drum sample. Like if you ever got that sound like from a kick that you're recording, you'd be like, sweet. It'd be easy to work with. This is more rounded, but it's in between. Like I would say that this is probably like more of a metal kick. Like hyper aggressive, trebly, a lot of click attack. This is a rock kick, which is like a nice thud and some attack in mids. That's more like almost like electronic kit. That's intense. I don't know what you call that exactly. Looking for a rounded kick. I could transform any of these to be rounded kicks, but it's easier if you start with like something that's closer. It always kind of, you end up with better results if you start with a, it's kind of like garbage in, garbage out. You can do quite a lot of manipulation, but if you want to make like the absolute best recording you can, your input sounds need to be close to what you want in the end. And for some reason, I can't explain exactly why, but like when a song mixes itself, it just is better than how anyone could ever like manipulate it, like manipulate something that didn't sound quite as good in post. I can't explain it. I swear it's true. I don't know why. Yeah, there's definitely a garbage in, garbage out thing that goes on with recording. I can make that work. It's still a bit aggressive. Obviously aggressive. That's closer. Like that's hit a little bit hard, but I think we can make that work. Does it change in sample depending on how loud it is? It does somehow seem to change a little bit. I don't know how that works exactly. Like this doesn't have the, like it has a slap when it's full, but it seems to not have it. So maybe there's two samples, like the hardest one and then a less hard one. That's pretty close to what we wanted. Like we can use that. It's not quite what I wanted because like a jazz kick is actually tuned differently than a rock kick. This is still like a rock kick tuning where it has a lot of impact. A jazz kick tuning is almost more like a tom where it has like a resonance in the kick itself. It's almost like a note. It's more like boom, boom, instead of like boom. So this isn't quite it, but this will work just fine. So we'll just roll it. We'll probably just make it a little more mellow. Because it's lo-fi, and I guess lo-fi is supposed to be pretty mellow. Okay, what can we do with this guy here? Cueing it like that brings out a little bit more of the bloom, like the tail end of the kick, but it also brings out some mud here, I think, so we'll have to... Be a little careful, I guess, with how we EQ it. Okay, what else is this? We'll just call this kick. I think lo-fi sometimes has almost like a trap snare. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but I've heard some songs that seem to, or like a very like... I don't know if they actually use an acoustic snare in a lot of lo-fi or if it's more digital sounding. I bet it's probably kind of whatever sounds good, but that's probably not what you'd want for a snare drum there. That could work if we took off a lot of treble. We'll keep that in mind. Perfect. It's almost got like a brushy sound to it, which is kind of cool. Those sound pretty good, actually. They might have a bit too much cymbal noise and dissonance in the tail end of that, but it might be fine as well. Probably a little too digital. You could maybe mix that with the one here. Let me see if I can remember how to do cool things. We should be able to mix it like this. We can send the MIDI to both these tracks and have it, because that snare should be on the same. I don't know exactly how this this works here. So on the Game Over kit, it's D1. On the Dune one, it's D1 as well. Okay, that's perfect. You could get around that by doing a pitch shifter as a plugin on one of these as well, to change the note that it plays from the parent track. But let's see if we can get this working before I talk more about this. We should be able to route the MIDI. And I don't think we have to not route. Well, maybe we do have to not route the audio. And this should play on both. Or I'm just mistaken and it won't play on either. And life is a cruel joke. How does this work? What am I thinking? MIDI all from snare. Oh, maybe it's not on D1. Doesn't seem to register on these ones. They don't need to record arm, do they? They don't need to record arm. Okay, no. They shouldn't. They should just as far as I'm aware, this should work. But is it that button? I don't know why you'd have to click that button, but maybe you do. This is a mystery to me. I guess I haven't used Reaper in a while and I've forgotten how things work. You should be able to do this. This is definitely a bug in Reaper and nothing to do with me. I never make mistakes ever, so this is definitely a bug in Reaper. I don't think that should matter. There's no effects even on the track. Did I route it right? Can they not be in the folder of it? That seems weird to me, but okay. Apparently this works. Don't know why. I assumed a folder can send to its children. Maybe it can't. So which one's this? Is the game one. Right, so we want the game one to be pretty quiet. Okay. We'll just program it like this, the lazy way. So now we need a beat. Okay, hang on. Not sure exactly what this is going to be like here. Let's just set something up here. Oops. Okay, let's not do that. I don't know what type of beat lo-fi typically uses, but this sounds terrible, so let's keep working on it. Let me just see if I can fiddle with this enough to make it not sound like crap. It's too predictable to do it like right on the chord change, like it's strange. That sounds kind of like a lo-fi beat. It might be a bit fast, but... Okay, now we'll just glue all this together. Come on, where is glue? How does things work? Okay, and I did that wrong. Perfect. Good. Get rid of that one. There we go. Okay, so now it's going to repeat. Let's make this snare sound a little less crap. With it's like way too snappy right now. We need it to be chiller because it's lo-fi. This is full screen. You can also just do this in the piano roll or do something more normal than what I'm doing, but this is kind of just the easiest for me to do this right now, I guess. That sounded cooler in my head. What I've done here exactly. The turnaround to be like that crazy of a fill, just not draw that much attention to itself. Okay, so piano rhythm, let's do like a melody, I guess, to it. This will be interesting to program as I have no keyboard in front of me. I know you can do like a keyboard, a virtual keyboard somehow here. Virtual MIDI keyboard. SD ZXCV. Oh, that's cool. Let's see if we can use this. Oh, it's angry. So I have to have it focused for it to do that. All right, soloing a piano solo as not a pianist on my keyboard without an actual keyboard. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. Well, that was shit. But there are notes in there that we can use, and I can just modify with my mouse now. That was difficult, and I'm now sweaty. Okay, here we go. There's a couple notes in there I like. Go away, phone. I don't want to answer you. There's something in my eye. I don't know why. I don't know, like, why the timing of what I played is... Now we'll just do some crazy arpeggio just to see if we can sound like we're a good musician. I don't think this will actually work, but if it does... Yeah, I'll just Beethoven that shit. This is not gonna sound good, if you're wondering. That sounded way better than I thought it would. Could make it maybe a little more musical. I don't think we're gonna keep this, I'm just having fun at this point. I think it's interesting. Okay, now let's actually do something. Obviously, you can play around with this for a while and come up with something cool. Not that. Snapping to E instead of C. That's a major fail to begin with. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Everything's going wrong. Okay, so I think we'll just have it go like that, and then we'll just double it up. Also interesting about this is, for some reason, I have this in 3 bars, and oh no, I don't. I'm crazy. There's a cat that probably wants me to pet it coming. Just so you've been warned, it'll probably jump on me. Its main goal is to end the stream in order to get pets. Pay it no heed. That's what it wants. It's my neighbor's cat, and the cat's sitting here for a week, and it just loves to be on the stream. So we'll do the fancy turnaround the second time, and I feel like there's something we could do here with the second half of this. Maybe on the second time around only. Cat is stoked on that idea. What? Meow. Are you gonna come up? You gonna help me make music? Or are you just gonna meow there like a total tool? Some kind of tool cat. Come on up. Where are you? I don't know where the cat is. Oh. That's what the cat sounds like. It's just noise to me. So then after this, I think you just add like hi-hats and maybe fix it. Make it better or something. Actually, one of those should be higher pitched because it's kind of... That's better. So one thing I'll probably just do here is add some velocities to it so it sounds somewhat more human, I guess. I can use a different patch to make this more interesting, like, but I don't know. Let's see what other keys we got in these free presets I've downloaded. Castle keys. That's kind of cool, but kind of aggressive. Also, it's like detuned, which sounds a little weird. Oh yeah, there you go. It just sounds like Yoshi's Island now. My ears. First person to make a synthesizer that balances the level of the audio wins life. That's cool. I do like those papyrus keys. Those are nice. Let's get the party started. Lo-fi nap keys. Nope. Those have a nice quality to them, actually. Except that they tear your ear holes out. Okay, so it's between these guys. And... was it these? Whoa. Oh, the cat's back. It loves that preset. Should we just put the cat meowing in the song? I'm just gonna record it. Oh, I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can record it. Come on, cat. Do your thing. Oh, now you're leaving. Now you don't want to be the star of the song. Okay, let's even this out a bit. I like trying to use this thing. I still don't really know how to use this compressor, but it's so interesting to me that I just love trying to use it. It's good at getting rid of like any really offensive resonant note. So like on cymbals, this would be great to remove every single like resonant frequency in the room that just like, that's something that amateur engineers don't do. They don't ring out cymbals properly. And like, if you want a good example of that, one of the original Architects recordings with like Hollow Crown on it has like really, really ringy cymbals in a certain frequency that makes it almost unlistenable. At least when someone tells you about it. So you're welcome. Now you'll never be able to listen to that album. Yeah, like if you do this to cymbals to get rid of those frequencies, the cymbals, you'll be able to turn them up so much louder in the mix and it'll have so much more energy and sound so much better. That's kind of, this is actually the difference between like also physically bad cymbals and good cymbals. Bad cymbals have these ringy frequencies, good cymbals do not. That's literally the difference. Like what you're paying thousands of dollars for, the difference in sound quality. So you can kind of mimic closely low quality cymbals turn into better quality cymbals with this free compressor, which I think is similar to Soothe and other spectral compressors. You probably don't want to overdo it because otherwise you'll lose all character, because that's also kind of like what makes the character of a sound, but to a degree. Actually, I want to try and do like a loud. I want to increase the sustain by just overdriving the shit out of it. Plus it'll add some lo-finess to it maybe. I turn this up a bit because it's a little bit aggressive for me. I wish I had a good reverb, but I do not. And the reverbs, one thing I want to do eventually is program some new reverbs that come with Reaper, because there's two things. Like, I've been using just stock plugins to mix with Reaper just for fun, and the two things it's missing are good reverbs and good distortions. Like, by far, like good saturation kind of distortion plugins and good reverbs that are like really musical and good. It just doesn't really have them. Arguably it does, because you could take reverb and load up an impulse response, like a really good impulse response, which I'm too lazy to go download, and that would sound typically pretty decent, because you'd have a recording of a real reverb in a real room. But I'm talking about like just like give me a reverb that has like controls and stuff that's generated that's half good, because like you kind of have like, you can do this kind of thing and like generate a reverb and go yay, and change your settings here, and then have it not really work and not be sure why. Okay, there's the reverb. Oh, there it is, room size. That's what we're missing. Oops, what is dampening? Is that like a... should really be. One easy way to mix, where's my mixer? There it is. One easy way to mix things like leads is you mono your thing and you bounce it that way. Probably what someone would do is they would actually do more interesting things with the piano than what I have done with it, but we can try that. We can see what happens if we pretend to be a good piano player. See if we come up with anything that sounds like accidentally cool here with on the changes. So just like quiet or human things that a human player might do if they were doing this. I don't know how human players work. Playing this on a piano yourself would probably be much easier for experimenting with like interesting sounding rhythms and stuff. Obviously, you could just do this for hours and hours and hours, or even months and months and months. If they would do a counter melody or not, I have no idea. This will just turn into a dance song. Well, that's not even the right note. Maybe I'll have this come in halfway through the song or whatever to add like a change up to it a bit. Or maybe actually, you know what I forgot to do? Bass. So this would actually be the bass line. If I could place it right. Okay, let's make a new bass track. And we'll just steal that. Get rid of this. And on this one, we'll just get rid of the new bass line we added. I forgot lo-fi does have bass. Who knew? Everybody except me. Okay. Bass. What is it? I don't know. How do we get it? Unsure. Let's see if we got cool bass sounds. I'm going to turn this down so it doesn't just annihilate our ears again. Range for bass instruments is... okay. That's like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so that means our song's great. It's as good as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. These are mostly like pretty aggressive basses. Aren't you supposed to? Oh, there you go. That we could use if we had to. That seems somewhat safe. Compressor on the snare because it always sounds dope. It's a FET compressor, which means it's super fast attack and response, and they just always sound awesome on snares. And we'll use it on the kick too, why not? Determines the size of the room in any recording, so it's a little awkward to have like the melody sound like it's in a different room entirely than the snare. So new music would be something like that. The old music was obviously very different. I wasn't at that tempo, but you get the idea. Actually, we can export our sweet new song and see what it is like in the game now, if we want to. Just replace the old one. I've noticed it's quite quiet. The sub-lows in there or not because it's a video game. Might just take them out, I guess. Song 1. There we go. And now we go into the game, which apparently is already loaded. And now we can see what it sounds like in the game, if it fits in or not. Oh yeah, I don't have the sound playing because the music would play so frequently. I just like disabled it. It's music. Play. Okay, now let's try it. See if it fits in. I think it'll fit in. Definitely fits better than the other music did. Making our way across. I was implementing coyote time, but it ended up being like a double jump right now because I don't have it implemented right. Coyote times when you walk off a cliff, it gives you like 0.1 of a second still to jump. Otherwise, it's really frustrating to do platformers. They just don't feel right. But right now, it just ended up with me being able to double jump. I'm still working on it. So like you could technically, if you have coyote time implemented properly, you could jump like here. Instead of just like, it'd be really frustrating if you're that far off, you can no longer jump. So with coyote time, you can run off the brick and jump. Oh, I died. Yeah, so that's probably this stream for the music, I guess. And I should probably put it to repeat. I just want to hear it again here. Oh, face. I still got to implement the cannonballs firing the player back on impact. They do push the player, but I want them to actually like fire the player back when they hit. So that they're more dangerous than they are, because they do push you and they will push you off, but not like I want them to. I want them to be like, if you're hit by a cannon, you're like 90% of the time just dead, because you'll just fly away. Also, I think I have a potential solution for the problem with the cannonballs not synchronizing across the multiplayer aspect. So maybe I'll work on that tonight on the stream or something. What I'm going to do is, I can't remember what it's called. It's something pool. Instance pool, maybe? Where you just, instead of spawning new cannonballs, I'll just have like 100 of them exist in the scene, and they'll just be recycled. So I have a feeling that with the multiplayer synchronizer, it'll like that better than spawning cannons all the time across the network. Or spawning cannonballs. And it's also usually more performant, I believe, as well. So we'll try and do that tonight, see if we can get the cannons working across every player. Because right now, like, only every third cannon shot fires or something. I'll show you, actually. It's kind of weird. Okay, maybe I won't show you. No, I will show you. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so here's one player. One player joins. Not sure why I can't see the other player right now. I must have been troubleshooting something and have the player invisible at the moment. But he's there. Yeah, I just have it not showing right now. You're like, this isn't a real multiplayer game. This is a sham. There's the other player. Oh shit. No, come back. Oh god. Hello. I don't know why sometimes it places the brick halfway in between. I haven't figured that out. Oh, I think I know why actually. Yeah, I know why. It's an algorithm problem. Just need to add the offset of the box to one calculation. So, yeah. New music fits. It's good. Obviously, I'll add more to that song, more parts, and kind of like have it not just be like 30 seconds long. But I think it fits the visuals and everything, and should be cool. Anyways, I'll be back in like 4 hours-ish, I guess 8 p.m. Mountain Time, to do more stuff. I want to do tune shaders on everything as well. Proper tune shading on these cannonballs and everything, and the ship and the players, even though the players aren't really anything yet. So we will do that and finish off Coyote Time, and probably obviously more work on the actual level. Lots to be done. Making games is a lot of work. This is probably one of the simplest multiplayer games you could make, sort of, and even it's going to be quite a lot of work to get it in a playable state. So many more streams to come. Alright, cool. Have a great rest of your day. Doop 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 doop. Doop doop doop. Hello, what is the theme of the game? Physics-based craziness. You place blocks to run around to get past the level. Past the level with your friends, beating physics puzzles while cannonballs fire at you. There you go. That's a pretty good explanation of it, I think. If that person ever comes back. All right. So, yeah. Cool. Take it easy.